What's up, y'all? It's the Bush Bag, Miss Bush Bag, to you. First off, I started watching Queen Sugar yesterday. Apparently, I'm 7 episodes behind, so I was like, because this is the last episode of this, right? And I guess it's going to be the reunion show or whatever. But other than that, I need to find something else to be reviewing. And I did not want to have to go back to Little Women LA because Tara and Tanya work my damn nerves, and everybody harassing Christy all the time. It gets me so pissed off watching the show. It made me too angry. So I was like, all right, there's some other shows that's on that's kind of popular. I have been keeping up with Empire, but that's not reality TV. So I don't know if anybody's really interested in me reviewing that. I don't even know. Does it have to be a review or could it just be a chit chat about it? Like I said, Queen Sugar, I looked online. It says it just has 7 episodes listed and it's been 7 episodes. So I don't know if they just post the episode after it airs or if that's all episodes, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm unsure, and I only watched up to episode 2 near the end. Then all of a sudden the on demand was like, this ain't available no more. I'm like, I am watching, I'm right in the middle of watching it, you gonna turn it off? So give me some ideas of some shows that I could review that aren't over or almost over. Something that's the season is just starting or just isn't so very far along where I could just, get on all up in there. But for this show, okay, right off the bat, all that noise is construction. So yeah, and it's been loud today. So there's that. This episode starts off with Juicy and Amanda going to visit Bree. Um, Bree is telling them that she is, she really got Emily on her mind a lot, and she wants to be there for her because they're like sisters. So she's really thinking about moving back to Texas. And they were like, well, basically they could see that because Bree and Emily are very, very close, like sisters. Of course, they call each other, twins and all of that stuff. They work together. They're always together. So they're like besties, like family. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's something that people could see as being logical. But Emily could just come back. Yeah? No? Am I making that up? All right. Bree's problem is that she's scared to tell Wuda because she's like, well, Wuda's got his whole, rap career thing that he's trying to get established and he's getting some footing while they're there in Atlanta, and she don't think he gonna want to leave, but she really feels like she want to go. So if Wuda's rap career is taking off, is Wuda's rap career really taking off? I'm just saying. Okay, so they got on this show, they got Pastor Troy, okay, and now Wuda. Are these the same kind of rappers that be all loving hip hop? The kind of rappers that don't have songs and that you never heard of nothing that they sing? Because who the hell, what do Wuda sing? What Wuda sing? Okay? Let somebody from Atlanta tell me, what do Wuda sing? Or rap? Well, what's the name of his album? Is it called the album anymore? Y'all know I'm old. Is it a CD, a disc, whatever? What is it called? What he sing? He gonna be on Love and Hip Hop ATL. Watch him and Pastor Troy. It's gonna be a whole new cast. All right. Anyway, she's talking about she don't really want to break up the family, and I guess that Woody being Wooda's son would break. Him would be with his son and her with hers because she gonna take her kid with her. And that he don't really have the opportunities for his rap career in Texas that he does in Atlanta. So Juicy said that they just gonna be supportive, and he should be supportive of Bree, knowing how she feels about Emily and all this and all that. But yeah, that remains to be seen. Okay, so then Minnie is at her shop, and big ass Paula is there. And she in her business like, oh, I heard you've been dating. What's the guy like? Where you know dude from? She was like, oh, his name is Gary. He's one of the guys that I met on from that speed dating thing that her and Juicy went on when they were supposed to be being friends. But then, so Minnie said that she likes him. He's cool. She's taking it slow, taking it slow. And then they start talking about the Bronner Brothers, what is it called? The hair show, which is supposed to be a super huge event. And we already know all of the big hair events like Natural Hair World, Natural Hair Day, Natural, whatever. It's got, those words in a sentence, and it's a Natural Hair Day for the world. There's also in Atlanta. And it seems like all of the hair shows, all of the really big hair and beauty events are in Atlanta because I guess it's got a lot of colored folk out there. So this is supposed to be like a really, really big deal. The best stylists in the business is supposed to be there and all of this and all that. So Minnie is excited and she feels like it's an opportunity to network, basically. She says she goes every year to, keep up with the newest styles and what kinds of things are changing with hair, with hairstyling, with techniques, the whole shebang, all of this and all of that. So Paula asks, does she know anybody, that would want to be in it? Because, somebody, I guess, that's looking for models, hair models or whatever. So Minnie, I keep trying to call her Juicy. Minnie is like, okay, well, I could get the twins and maybe Juicy and Money. And Paula's like, did you say Money? When did y'all start talking again? So she's like, well, it's basically new. We just, we're going slow with the whole thing. So I guess she's going slow every damn thing. Yeah. She was like, we started talking again. They worked some things out. And, in her little confessional thing, she was like, well, I'm glad that me and Money are speaking again. And I'm really happy that she made me her, co-maid of honor or her maid of honor or whatever the hell. Then we go to Andrea and Chris. All right, so Andrea is talking about how her and Chris, they fight all the time. It's been really, really stressful. So apparently she's been spending all her time at her sister's house because she don't want Aubrey, all caught up listening to that arguing and shit all of the time. So she's over at Amanda's house with Amanda and her boyfriend, and he's over at the damn apartment. He gonna write this note, which I'm surprised that his ass could even write. I mean, did he finish school? I'm surprised he spelled her name right on his neck. So fucking dumb. Anyway, he wrote a note and he started packing up his stuff. So he packed up his stuff in his little suitcase and rolled it out. And then he come over to Amanda's apartment and he looking for her like, where Andrea? She's like, she in the room. Like, oh, I talk to her. I'm not trying to start no trouble. Really? No trouble? None at all? It's all good times right now. He knocked on the door. He like, can I talk to you? He was like, I'm going to roll out because, it's too many problems. It's too many problems already. Something like that. Y'all know how Latinos talk. And I think I don't know the exact nationality. I do know that they're Latino. But why do they use the word already in random ass spots and sentences that ain't how the word is used. But a lot of Latinos that I know use it. I'm not going to say all of them because I don't talk to all of them. But the ones that I talk to all do that. So, yeah. He's like, everything is messed up already. That don't go. And she was like, what are you saying? He was like, well, look, I didn't want to bring it up, but because she was like, no, fuck all of this. You're going to leave me? You left me with Andre, and now you're going to leave me with Aubrey? Like, all by myself? Like, what the fuck? You don't care about anybody else. You only care about yourself. And he like, all right, you know what? I didn't want to, go into this in front of people, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. First of all, he act like he had a motherfucking bombshell to drop, like she had did something wrong. He like, now I'm let motherfuckers know. It's everybody. Your friends, everybody don't like me. And that bothers you all of the sudden now? Because people ain't been liking you the whole motherfucking time. You should have never came back and she wouldn't even have this second baby. That's how much and how long people have not motherfucking liked your ass. All right, so then after he like, oh, everybody gets me. He gonna run away like a little bitch. And then she's like, you know what? I'm not gonna take him back if he go. So she starts running after him, which is so ignorant and unfair because, of course, he has longer gait. He walking faster, running and shit. So she got to run a little double time. I felt bad for her. So she running after him, chasing him. And she like, why would you say that? And he's like, what? Everybody thinks I'm the bad guy. You are the bad guy. You suck. And you're being an even worse guy right at this moment. At the moment that you're saying, everybody think I'm the bad guy, you are being a worse guy than they already had fucking thought. Because you cannot prove that you're the good guy by doing something bad. You can't prove anybody wrong in their assumption about you by doing exactly what they thought you was gonna fucking do. That's why everybody thinks you're a bad fucking guy. And he was like, she was like, well, you don't want to, help me with Aubrey. He was like, I even told you I would take Aubrey already. He didn't say it right there, but that's how strangely it's used. And she like, you would take Aubrey with you. Take Aubrey with you where? Where's she going? First of all, you ain't got no job because you wouldn't be able to just up and leave like you got motherfucking vacation time if you actually had a motherfucking job, okay? And you ain't got nowhere to live. So where you taking Aubrey? To your mama house? Where the fuck is you going? Why can't you take care of Aubrey in the house that she already live in? That don't make no motherfucking sense. So she like, you don't even know how to take care of kids. So why would I let you take my newborn infant? You can't feed a baby. And you don't know how to change a diaper. You act revolted by the thought of having to actually interact with the baby. And God forbid she go to the damn bathroom. So that's going to be a no. What are you going to do? On a flight at the damn airport, ask random ass strangers, hey, could you change my baby? Because that's for women. Apparently, it's not a thing for men. That appears to be your macho little sense of understanding of the fucking world. But you're an ass. And hell to the no, you can't take the motherfucking baby with you. So he's like, you don't even know. I mean, you should just let me try. Really? So you should just start experimenting with her child and not experimenting in the house where she lives, where she could see what you were doing and have some sense of feeling okay about you being around the baby. No, you would like to not know anything, refuse to learn anything, and then say, I'm going to leave, but just give me the baby, even though I didn't even learn how to do nothing when I was actually around her. But I'm suddenly going to know when the baby isn't around, and when you're not around, I'm going to get all of this motherfucking knowledge about being a grown-ass man who has 2 fucking kids. It's all going to come to me at this motherfucking point. Boy. Anyway. Fuck out of here. So she starts chasing him again, all right? He runs through the parking lot. She chasing him again. They out by the car. And he like, no, I'm done and all of this. And she was like, you know what? You just want to do this anyway. And he was like, I'm sick of you switching this shit up on me. And she was like, no, you just wanted to leave. But you know what? I'm not going to be taking you back. And he like, I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. So whatever. She's saying that she ain't going to take him back no more. I will say that her hair, specifically, because it had the little curls, it looks so moisturized and juicy and shiny. I'm like, her hair is beautiful. But I feel so bad for her. So, of course, she got to come back upstairs into her sister's apartment because that's where she left Aubrey. And she ran directly in a room. And, of course, her sister got to come in there to try to comfort her. And she's crying so hard. She's on the floor. It is so sad. I mean, this is another one of them scenes that got me a little bit choked up, okay? I was choked the fuck up. Well, near the end and everything. Especially the sister come in and she crying and she was like, I thought he would change. And her sister's like, why do you think he would change? Like, he didn't do nothing for Andre. He still hasn't changed for Andre. And you thought he would do it for Aubrey? Like, he's just a person. He's never going to change. He's always going to be this horrible, fucked up person. But then Amanda started telling all the business. She was like, you be buying him everything, you buy his clothes, you buy his shoes. You buying his clothes and his shoes. Girl, I'm so happy that he left so that you can save your money for your motherfucking baby. Are you kidding me? I mean, for your 2 babies? So he ain't got nothing and he ain't even hustling on the side. I mean, I do not condone drug dealing and, negative, illegal hustling. But do something with your motherfucking self. I mean, if you a criminal, let's get to criminalizing. Let's get to making this money, bitch. I mean, what are you good for? You ain't even a good criminal. You're a horrible good person. I mean, the least you can do is be a good bad person. You suck in every way possible. So you got a fucking, I'm not gonna call her midget. You got a little person buying you clothes. Taking money from your children that you also don't give any money to. And you don't even feel bad about taking money from your own kids. for your motherfucking selfish ass self. I wonder where he keep on getting money to travel. I mean, because I can't travel. My mother is 3,000 miles away, and I get to go see my motherfucking mama once a year. Sometimes twice. Twice I've been able to see her twice in a year. Okay? In like the 12 years that I've been here. Where's this motherfucker getting all this travel cash? Is it coming from the show? Because I guess the show could stop giving that motherfucker money, and that would nip everything in the bud. He can't go no motherfucker way without no money. Unless somebody else is financing this shit. But anyway, yeah. And also, I don't know if it's just my family that's being all ridiculous and superstitious, but you ain't supposed to buy shoes for nobody, because if you buy somebody shoes in a relationship, that means they're supposed to walk out of your life. I had always believed that, and I had the misfortune of telling my husband that, and that's why my dumb ass can't ever get no new shoes unless I get them myself. So when he come back with some hot ass sneakers, and I'll be like, oh, so you couldn't get me none? And he be like, it's bad luck. You said that. No, you're not walking out of my life in my shoes. I'm an idiot. I should have never told him that. He never even heard of it before I told him. Anyway, back to the show. So Amanda is still talking to Andrea, talking shit about Chris ass. So she was like, I mean, he's the type of motherfucker, he's never going to change. But it don't matter. I'm just telling you this because I love you. I got your back always. And she was like, I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to be here for you forever until I die. And then Andrea just, burst into tears because, of course, she is realizing that she been arguing with her sister to try to keep this loser around, and she know that her sister always going to be there for her. And they start hugging, and it's emotional and child. Okay. So I was sucking back my little tears, but I'm glad that I did not cry. I didn't even get misty talking to y'all about that, okay? Because my anger for Chris kind of stopped it, all right? So then Money and Juicy go to get the results for her whole dwarfism thing. All right. So Juicy is like, I can't wait to get these results. I can't wait, especially to see Minnie face when she find out that Money do got some type of dwarfism. I'm like, see, you took somebody to church to try to act like you was all wanting to get things squared the fuck away. And I know Minnie was totally out of motherfucking pocket last week. But you absolutely know that Minnie was drunk, okay? Drunk as hell. Everybody was drunk. So you know that she was drunk, which made her say some shit that was not so fucking kind. But I think that knowing the circumstance, you can fucking suck it up and get on past that. But no, you're back to the petty bullshit. Well, shit, you was back to the petty bullshit already with that maid of honor shit any motherfucking way. And I'm never gonna believe that she wasn't trying to be fucking petty by rubbing that shit into Minnie's face. So, yeah. You ain't no good motherfucking friend anyway. And now you like, oh, I can't wait. I want something bad to happen to Minnie, even though she's not doing anything bad to me. You hateful ass. Anyway, and also Money already told Minnie back when they wasn't fighting. I mean, when they were fighting and when Minnie didn't give a fuck, but still, she still told her. So she told me, well, after she find out about this, I mean, maybe that will teach her to stay out of other people's business. Did it teach you to stay out of people's business? I mean, because but you still in people's business though. I mean, I think that the whole reason that you are not liking your friend Minnie is because you was in her business. In her business so hard that you went and start telling her business to other people. Harassing her, harassing others. I mean, literally every time that you open your motherfucking mouth, it was to talk about this girl and her relationship. Which made it seem like you must have either been trying to get with the guy that she was fucking around with, or you're just jealous than a motherfucker. And you're still jealous. You're still jealous because he claimed her. Because he came on TV and he motherfucking claimed her. Which shut your motherfucking mouth and made you look stupid. Because you was like, I know for a fact that ain't her boyfriend. And you're still hating to this motherfucking day. So, being in people's business? Girl. Anyway, she tells Money that she's still mad about, the wedding thing. So she gonna let her slide this time. But there is to be no wedding talk whatsoever. And Money is like, fuck it, fine. I'll just talk about my wedding on some other day. I'm cool with this. So when they get in the back, the doctor is trying to explain the shit to them. Because Juicy ain't want to come in the back, but she made her come. Like, you want to come, bring your ass in the back. She should have just brought Minnie. That kind of would have cleared it up for the person who needed to know, and she could have just told Juicy, since Juicy the one with the stank ass attitude right now. But anyway, he's explaining it to her, and money ass is lost as hell. Now, of course, the language is complex, but he's telling you what the language actually means. So I still, yeah. But anyway, Money don't know what the fuck was going on, and Juicy is sitting there laughing. Like a fucking maniac. She was like, oh, she got a case of the church giggles when things go on that are, I guess, uncomfortable. What was uncomfortable? That you also don't know what the fuck he was talking about? So, yeah. They ain't too bright. They didn't know what he was talking about. So they was like, can you speak English? He basically said, well, with the Acon? Why am I calling them econs? Okay. With the Acon dwarfism, their brakes are on too hard. So they, their cells and shit, they stop growing, and they just stop growing. But he's saying for her, the gas isn't on, high enough. So basically her cells work, and they do grow, and they did grow, which is why she's so motherfucking big and towering over all the other little people, but her shit gets stagnant. So I don't know if that means that she might start growing randomly again at some time, or if she might always be growing extremely slowly or something along those lines. But yeah, essentially he was saying that her cells, they do work, but there's something wrong with them where they get stagnant. So she was like, so I'm just like stuck in like park. Essentially there it is. But he's saying that her type of dwarfism is new as hell. Well, it's not new, but they just found out about it. So apparently he said like 20 years ago, they wouldn't have knew what was wrong with her. They would have just felt like she was a short person. So there has to be other of these types of dwarfs, but they just don't know because the shit is so new from like 2013 that they found the different type of cell, identified it and named it and all of that shit. So yeah, shit, if she would have came there 4 years ago, she would have been asked out. So yeah, her parents would have never been able to know what kind of dwarf she was. Anyway, they probably would have been told that she wasn't a dwarf at all, if her parents would have taken her when she was a little kid. So the name of her shit is NPR2. So yeah, she got NPR2 dwarfism, and the shit is new. All right. Then we go to Amanda and Jordan, and she all up on him, massaging him. And you're like, oh, that's nice, that feels good. But for real though, you don't ever be massaging me. So what the fuck is going on? What is you massaging me for? What you want, girl? And she was like, well, now that Chris left, I'm really gonna need my sister to be near me, to move the hell in. Like, she's alone, her and Aubrey, and I don't want them to be alone. So can she move in? And he like, for how long? Well, for what you mean for how long? For the amount of time that she gonna be my sister. Forever. Okay? Basically. I actually don't remember exactly what she said, but I know that that's what she mean. I guess until she's okay with living alone, because you already know that when he left before, she asked Minnie to come in because she don't want to be alone. She don't want to be alone, and now she still don't want to be a motherfucking alone. So yeah, she like, look, I really just need my sister to be here. I need to be here for her. And this whole breakup thing, is really hard on her. I just want to be close to her. And she was like, well, if she can't, basically move here, she's going to have to move back home. She's going to have to move back to Texas with our parents because we're all she has. Like, who else? Who else is going to help her? Who's going to be there for her? And he was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, basically, we the only motherfuckers that be helping her. And you know what? I feel so bad that at the beginning that I thought that Jordan and Chris were like one and the same. And he just turned out to be a much, 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 much better guy than Chris. I mean, even down to that episode where he was crying over how people treat little people. You'll never see Chris have that kind of heart, or probably a sociopath. Don't even seem like he got emotions or any fucking thing. The only emotion he got is motherfucking anger, which is basically just a selfish emotion. So he can only feel shit about his motherfucking self. But Jordan has proven himself to be a good guy. He was at the hospital when the baby was born. He's babysitting. He's helping Chris to babysit. Like, he's always there for his girlfriend and for the sister, for the family, like, as a whole. So yeah, he's way better than I thought that he was. And I actually wish that because he's so motherfucking big and towering, he could step in for their brother who also didn't kick Chris's ass. All right. I think that their daddy and the brother should be fucking Chris up. But since he's the only motherfucker that's around and he having to pick up the slack, he needs to check motherfucking Chris ass because they can't do it. I mean, they will. They're arguing with them, but they little. And he punching holes in walls and all kind of shit. Like, yes, Brandon, you should have checked him. Somebody need to just fuck him up. Just beat his ass. Choke that nigga out. I bet you get a job. Like, I'm going to choke. And this will happen every day. Remember that shit from Crush Crew? And this will happen every day until Jay gets his money. All right? Choke that nigga out daily. Like, did you get a job? You been on an interview? Like, yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. You can breathe. You can breathe. But today, keep up with it. Anyway, so he was like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. She was like, so she can come? He was like, yeah, what the fuck you want me to say? Like, fuck her? She was like, motherfucker, I would. Well, fuck you up. You say some shit like that. But he like, no, it's cool. Yeah, of course, your sister and your niece can come. And, she's happy. She's like, oh, I love you so much. And he's like, I love you too. And they're just really sweet together. And I'm so happy that he does not give me reason to be aggravated and upset. He's like the thing that after I get all worked up and mad about Chris, he's the thing that could just make me smile. And he's just right across the hall, like, I like him. Anyway, Bree is finally talking to Wuda, and she tells him that them and the kids out there playing, and they send the kids away. She tells him that she want to go back to Dallas, because she really needs to be there for Emily. Emily lost her baby. It's like her best fucking friend. It's like, I want to move back, and I'm gonna take Meek with me. And he like, no, I'm not moving back. He was like, my career is just starting. Like, I got work. I got shit to do. Like, I can't just up and go because your friend, which I think is kind of mean. Well, it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Because if he really does have things going there, then, and Emily is kind of his friend through association, but not so much. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Bree's like, well, I'm going to have to go. And he's like, well, what about the family and everything? And she was like, well, I don't think that you should be pitting me against her like it's like family against a friend. Because she was like, because Emily is like family. Like, she's a sister to me. Like, we are family. And I have to be there for her. I can't just be here and so distant. Like, she is doing bad. She is in bad shape. Like, I got to go. And he was like, well, I mean, basically, you ripping us apart. What I don't understand is why is she going to move back? Why can't Emily, and tell me if I'm being an asshole about this. Emily's still on the show and the baby has passed away. Why doesn't she come back? She probably might not want to be on TV anymore for a little while or whatever and have some time to mourn without, getting into little tiffs and arguments. But she could just come back and not get into any tiffs and arguments. But I don't know why she absolutely has to stay there now that there's no particular reason for her to be there anymore. She was there for the hospitals, for JJ. Or why Bree would have to go to visit her and stay forever. Like, why not go for a month and then come back? Or, I don't know, some other less rash decision. And I think it's definitely because they're supposed to be having that Little Women, Texas. I don't know if it's Dallas or Houston or whatever the hell, but whatever. I heard that they were supposed to be on that. So that might be it, the whole move back drastic thing that she's going into. But yeah, Wuda is totally not here for it. And she was like, well, so you don't want to go back? Like, you're making it really hard. Like, it's going to break up the family. He was like, I'm not the one breaking up the family. You're going to be separated. Me, Meek, and Woody we're all going to be separate. Like, that's, who's more important? I mean, you got to live your life. You saying you're going to live your life. Like, when you going to live it? She was like, I've been living my life. And it's like, well, whatever your decision. I mean, just don't blame it on me. I ain't the one breaking up the family. You're the one breaking up the family. All right. Then Minnie and Juicy meet up at like a little restaurant. And Juicy is mad, like right off the bat, still, always with Minnie, absolutely. So she was like, well, I'm still upset about Money making you a co-maid of honor. I mean, I'm the queen of Atlanta. I don't need nobody to help me, especially nobody with no clue. And Minnie is like, she didn't say nothing. She let it slide, which I think was very good of her because Juicy is just being really so extra over the top, like so ridiculously insulted. Um, so Minnie is like, well, look, as her best friend, she was like, her best friend, when? Like, you're not her best friend. I mean, I'm not even her best friend. She don't have no best friend right now. So you used to be her best friend, but you're not her best. Oh my God, why is she going on a tangent? First of all, you never even let the motherfucker finish this damn sentence. You don't even know what she was gonna say, but you would like to just harp on the fact that that she feels like she's close friends with Money again, and you feel like you close, so you want to try to just like shut down that whole feeling like no bitch, you're not close, you're not friends. You don't motherfucking know. She is right back on the same level as you again. Co-maid of honor. See how fast that happened? See how fast that happened? All right. And she like, first of all, I don't even understand it anyway. Like, why? How can it go from one day she can't stand you, and the next time I talk to her, you the maid of honor? Exactly. So why are you arguing with her instead of taking that shit up with Money? Ask Money. How the fuck does she know? Did she? You think that she knew that her and Money was gonna be friends again and talk again? She wanted to be friends with Money, but she didn't know Money initiated the get together. So stop fucking arguing with her and take all your frustrations out on motherfucking Money. All right, so Minnie is like trying to get the conversation back on track. She was like, look, it's not about the maid of honor thing. Like, really, I wouldn't care if she made me a usher or a flower girl or just whatever. Like, I'm just happy to be a part of the wedding because she's my friend. She's somebody I care about. And it's not about this bullshit that we arguing about. This is her wedding. This is about friendship. This is about doing something good for our friend. It's about love. It's about happiness. I mean, damn. And Juicy finally calms her roly-poly ass down. And she like, yeah, you're right. It's Money's wedding, and I need to just say fuck it and just work with you because that's what she wants. So she is acting like she gonna suck it all up, but still don't seem like it to me. Anyway, next they all meet up. All of the girls meet up with Bree, and she got Malik with her, and she is saying goodbye. So yeah, she has made her decision to move back to Dallas to be closer to Emily while she's going through all of this stuff. So yeah, Wooda, he ain't going. He's still not down for the bullshit. But she's saying, she has to be there. Emily is like a sister to her. She's in bad shape. Like, she's really going through something, and she really needs somebody to be there for her. And Lontel's family is just not going to be enough, First of all, Lontel ass is shady as hell, and you don't know if his family's sometimey as well, sometimey as hell too. So whatever. So yeah, that's what she's gonna do. So Money is talking about, well, you know what? Everybody's talking about how they feel bad about what Emily's going through. Couldn't imagine it having happened to any of their kids because it could have happened to any of their kids. So then Money basically says that they should all be feeling very grateful because this could have been not just their kids. This could have been them because all little people are born with like some kind of health complications, and it's pretty difficult, life, especially when you're first born, lots of operations and all of that stuff. So they're lucky for them to be there and that their kids are okay. So, but she turned to Bree and she was like, "But I'm gonna miss you." And you could tell that she was getting all emotional with Misty, which made me start getting emotional with Misty. I can't watch these damn shows. I'm a very emotional person, okay? So everybody was like, "I'm gonna miss you too," and blah blah blah, and everybody got all caught up in their feelings. Everybody at the table was crying. It was emotional. But what made me laugh was at the beginning when they were like, So is Wooda gonna go? And she was like, no, he's not gonna come. And I don't know which one it was. She was like, no, you better make him go. I was like, damn, you. uh, and Money was telling her like, no, you could go. He gonna wind up coming there where you at because you the one that got his heart. So he gonna have to go where his heart is. But I'm just saying, I think a more telling factor on if he's going to follow Bree there is, do he got a job? Our apartment's really cheap there because everybody's apartment looks bigger than a motherfucker. And I don't know how people who ain't working could just have these giant motherfucking apartments, you know what I mean? Or houses, whatever the fuck. So, yeah, once again, do he got a motherfucking job? Because if he is mooching off you like others' boyfriends are mooching off of them, then honey, you already know he coming back to Dallas, okay? So you ain't even got to fake like you're unsure, you're unclear on what his decision is going to be. But if he do have a job, is he getting paid for his rap career out in Atlanta? Because then he might stay. Then he might have a legitimate reason to be there. But other than that, okay, so we know that Minnie invited everybody to this Bronner Brothers thing. So they're all there. They're at the show. And they're all scared. They're scared that they might fall. Everybody know that the hair is going to be, you know, big and all that kind of stuff. They're afraid of, you know, getting hurt, falling, fucking the whole shit up. So one of them was like, one of the twins was like, girl, if you fall, you better just start moving your ass, act like you're twerking. Twerk it out. All right. Some chick named Anita comes and gives them some pointers on walking the runway. Basically, walk, stop here, do something, turn around, that sort of thing. And just practicing with them so they could get a feel of the runway, how long it is, how many steps to take, because they were like counting their steps and all of that shit. So yeah. And then they're supposed to go and get their hair and makeup done. But of course, Money feels like this would be the most opportune time for her to bring out her dwarfism results. Okay. So she's trying to explain it to them, and I don't know, did it make sense when she was trying to explain it? Anyway, she was like, well, I do have a type of dwarfism, but it's like my gas is not all the way up. They was looking like, yeah. So it's not enough gas. They were like, what the fuck is this gas metaphor? Could you please explain gas like in your stomach, gastrointestinal gas? Are you talking about gas in a car, gas on the stuff? Could you be more clear on what the fuck it is that you think that you're explaining by using the word gas and telling us the amount that you don't have? So you see Juicy feel like she's gonna start giggling and shit again. I'm like, Money's so dumb. Anyway, it was just that, okay, well, I got this type of dwarfism. It's called NPR 2, and it just came out. They just discovered it like in 2013. And they're like, oh, okay, so just some shit we never heard of. We don't really give a fuck about the inner workings of it. So Manny was like, well, that's good. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you that you went to do that. And now you know for you and you know for your son, so you don't, have no issues and stuff. You know what's going on, what's up with that. And then in a little confessional thing, Money is like, well, I'm happy that Minnie said that. Because it lets me know that, she really does care about me. She's proud of me that I went to get it done. And she's happy for me that I know now and for my kid, which makes me know that she cares about me. She cares about what happens to me and how I feel and all of that stuff, which was good. But I could tell that Juicy wanted Minnie to be mad. Bad. She was pissed that it just went over so smoothly and everybody was like, okay, let's go dance. Let's go put on our makeup. Because you're a bitch. Anyway, so they in there, they're doing their hair. And Andrea's hair is big as hell. They put some big ass thing on it. You can't even see this off my head. I gotta duck down. Some big ass thing. It was about the thing on her head was about her actual height. It was that motherfucking tall. And they put some weird, cagey looking twirly thing on Amanda's head. And Juicy over there laughing. So they getting mad. They getting all butthurt. And they're like, she over there laughing, like, that's not, the reaction that I want to get. So they starting to feel unsure about themselves. They get very unsure about themselves pretty easily, which doesn't make sense because they're so cute. Like, really, y'all are beautiful. Chill. Juicy laughing. Please don't let Juicy ever give you any reason to doubt your looks. Just child. I would. Me letting Juicy make me feel bad about my looks would be like me letting a motherfucking roach feel bad about my looks. Like, it's really, she could never cause me any doubt whatsoever. Anyway, over in the other little corner, there's like Money, Juicy, and Minnie in like close vicinity. So Money feel like it's a good idea for her to talk to them now about the whole maid of honor thing. Like, are y'all gonna be able to work together and chill and be good? And let me see. Are they good about working together as co-maid of honors? And Juicy's like, well, I'll work with her, but it don't mean that I get along with her. What? And Money is like, it's my wedding. And Minnie's like, that's what I was telling her. It don't even matter about all of this stuff. Like, we just gonna be cool. So Juicy is acting like she gonna be cool. Again, how many times I said this? How many times did she already pretend that she was gonna be cool, but then she still ain't cool? Bitch. Anyway, they're doing all of their hair. Juicy looks a hot ass man. What is she? What is she? Why would they give her such huge hair to accentuate the hugeness of her body? She's enormous, okay? She's enormous. Her name should not be Miss Juicy. Should be House. Brick House. Enormously big, fat, big brick house, okay? Let me stop. Andrea's hair is so motherfucking tall, and she feel like it's gonna fall. So she's like, everybody else is still getting done, but they did the twins first, and she's like trying to hold this hair up, and it is heavy. And she said that it's starting to hurt her neck. Like, that's like one of her actual health problems from being a little person that puts a lot of pressure on her back and her neck and shit. So she's actually in some sort of pain. Because Juicy was like, she looked like she over there hurting. Well, shit, somebody said it. I don't know if it was Juicy. But yeah, she really was over there hurting. And she was like, you know what? This shit is hurting my neck. Like, I'm going to have to take it off. Like, I got to get this fucking thing off my fucking head. So, right when they're about to do that, they come up and the girl's like, all right, y'all got to be out there. It's time. The other motherfuckers didn't show up. And whatever. Another group is missing, so you guys are next. You're next. Like, how long we got? Like, 30 seconds. And here goes Juicy. I'm the queen of Atlanta. I can't be going out there half-ass. Girl, much like with that motherfucking lingerie, no one, and I mean no one. No one is checking for you. Anyway, they threw some makeup on her little raggedy ass, and everybody was out there. So it was a mixed group with like average sized people and the little people like in between. The tiny twins came out together. They were adorbs, okay? They remind me of like little Tropicana ladies and whatever, kind of like little fruit hat, even though it wasn't a fruit hat, but it just still reminded me of a fucking fruit hat. You know what I mean? They were adorable. Let me see. So since this is the last episode, they do that thing like at the end of Coolie High and at the end of Grease, where they tell you about their life and whatever, like what happened next. So it says that Andrea did move in with Amanda and Brandon, and she's taking care of the baby and whatever. Indefinitely, she's gonna be there and fuck Chris. Yeah. Then Juicy went out there with that big hair that came out to here. Like, I don't even understand what she was supposed to be still. But she's talking about, yeah, well, I've been through a lot with the girls. And, it's gotten me to be a lot closer. I grew very close to everybody except one person. And you're still being petty. Still. Even after you talk about somebody else being petty and need to stay out of other people's business. But you can't keep this girl name out your motherfucking mouth. I hope next season you have a life. At least one. You could have 7 in that body. I mean, really. It's too much space. Anyway, she's still shady as fuck. She's going to make Juicy talk happen. She's still helping with the wedding, and there were no restraining orders. They so shady. Money. Money talk about she grew up a lot this year, and she's happy that everybody is getting along. She needs to prove to Moreland that she can control her anger issues. And as long as he don't bring up the budget. I don't even remember what Money looked like. Which just says to me that it was not memorable. Minnie. First of all, when Minnie came out, Juicy like, oh, look at Minnie. Go, Minnie. Go, Minnie. You just gonna fake support now after you just finished like literally seconds ago throwing shade. That's how fucking phony you is. Like, oh, I can't stand that bitch. What? Oh my God, is that you? You look great. Phony ass. Anyway, Manny is like, well, little people, she think are stronger than average size people. Think again. Anyway, because they gotta have thick skin. Because people are always reminding them that they are different. So they always have to be, you know, thinking about the shit. Said that she's glad to be working on her friendship with Money. She's working on her wedding duties with Juicy. And that there will be no chicken wings served. Which I find hard to believe because Money is ghetto as hell. I think that not only will it be motherfucking chicken wings, I think it's going to be hot wings. I think it's going to be fried chicken wings. Not even the whole wing. The little wing fling things. The little things you get at the club. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. I betcha. By golly, wow. Okay? And that's the end of this motherfucking season. Okay, so I recapped as I went along with the review, or I reviewed as I went along with the recap. Yeah, whichever way it goes. Yeah, I said what I had to say. If you agree with me and or my commentary, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. If you know what else I need to be watching. Actually, okay, there was a lot of talk the other day about Tammy getting ready to fight some DJ chick on Basketball Wives. I haven't watched it in quite some time, probably since Shawnee had fired that girl who apparently is back on the show again. So named Brandy. Yeah, I haven't watched it since around that time because Shawnee irks my nerves. I don't like watching her. She gives me the icky vibe. But yeah, I can watch it because everybody tell me I look like Tammy, and even though she's a bitch and a bully, she cracks me up. She's a big bitch. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know what season of Basketball Wives that is. I could be persuaded maybe to watch that. I'm just not sure. So you guys let me know something, like I said, that isn't so super far along. Maybe something that just started, or isn't at the end. Like, I'm not just going to come at the last 2 episodes or shit. That might even be good. Check out the last 2 episodes of that instead of a whole season. This season's a little long. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments and all that stuff. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to watch my channel. While you're at it, swing by and check out my previous video.
Money is saying that Anya is the best dressed place in Atlanta.
If you're into prettying yourself up and beautifying, go and check out my natural hair and beauty channel. And this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So check out my video to see how you can donate to the shelter that helped me.
To get that back up, or maybe even just find another home.
I also have a fitness channel where I share free workouts if that's something that you've been looking for.